The time has come. Cloudberry Kingdom has been released. I will now have an opportunity to prove my gaming worth. I'll never forget the day when I was told about this grand project. It seems like it was just yesterday. While most people would be outside on a nice sunny day, I opted to stay on my notebook to Skype a close friend of mine. He sent me a link to a certain website and said that I would enjoy the name of the indie developer. Upon inspection of the URL, I was expecting him to have just sent me a game based on a TV show I happen to enjoy. What greeted me instead was a humorous description of a platformer with randomly generated levels. The more I found out about the staff behind Cloudberry Kingdom and what they were planning on doing with it, the more I grew to love the concept and everything about it. I had to let others know what was going on here. A truly great game was being made, and these developers didn't have all of the means to advertise their creation like bigger corporations did. They had put all of their savings on the line just to make a great game for people to enjoy. There was no way I could say no to this game after that. Also, to everyone that helped make Cloudberry Kingdom possible, I'd like to share something with you. Although my initial expectation of the game based upon the name of the indie company behind the project wasn't accurate at all, it still stuck out as something special to me. So without further ado, here's something for you, Pony Studios.
My little pony, my little pony, ah, my little pony. I used to wonder what ponying could be. My little pony, until you all shared its magic with me. Big adventure, tons of fun, a merciless path, infinite tests. Suiting gamers, all young and old, the magic makes it all complete. How my little pony, did you know Cloudberry is gonna rock?
What's up, my little cheese biscuits? It's finally time for my playthrough of Cloudberry Kingdom. Well, the story mode anyway, not anything to do with the arcade since that's pretty much infinite. But you might notice that I'm going rather slowly through the menu and all that. That's because I actually was narrating this live for a minute, but then after I got to looking at the recording of that, it was just a lot of me doing, okay, neat, okay, neat. And it was just bad commentary overall. And that kind of happens when I'm not in super fluffy pancakes mode like I was with those 3 kid levels in Super Meat Boy. So basically what you're gonna see me doing is just talking about how I played this game and how I'm so special when it comes to this. And that's mainly because I was just out of things to say at the moment when I was actually playing this live. And I've actually got an outline of things here, so I won't run out of things to say, hopefully. But as of right now, I'm just doing character customization, of course. Everything looks awesome here. I think I was laughing here about the firehead for a second, because it's like, yeah, I get to be the enemy. Let's go run into all these other enemies, see if I can kill them off as fast as they can kill me off. Obviously, I don't think that would work as well, but it'd be interesting nonetheless. And I don't know if I already kind of skipped talking about this for a second, but I noticed that there was a clear option, where basically you're just clear, your whole sprite is. So if you want to do a challenging run of a level, just set your sprite to clear, and there you go, you won't be able to see where it's at or anything. And I'm pretty sure soon I begin chapter 1, so in a minute I'm gonna just shut up and just let you listen to the cutscene.
Enjoying yourself, King Cobbler?
Actually, yes.
Who'd have thought that killing a washed-up hero would be so much fun?
I'm not dead yet.
You would be if you had an actual neck to strangle. You're nothing but head!
Butthead, I think you mean headbutt.
Seriously, Bob? You call this a rescue?
Who said I was here for you, princess?
Every medieval fairy tale ever written?
What a lovely reunion. Can I offer you some punch? What do you call a no-necked has-been flailing around in the middle of the sea? Bob!
I've got bigger fish to fry than you.
And so we begin. And I think this is where I have a rather... Yep. There you go, the ultimate Yoshi. There's your first level death. Just for you. I wasn't kidding when I said that I died on the first level. And for those of you that don't know, the ultimate Yoshi's kind of a voice actor, a really good one at that. Kind of talked to him on Skype a lot. And I don't know if he believed me when I told him I died on the first level. And there we go with me trying to figure out the controls again. Because I don't even know what the heck I'm doing half the time. It seems like that's what I do every time I get a new game. I just dink around with the controls and don't know what the heck I'm doing for the first, I want to say, hour or so. So we've got a lot of time for me to just be stupid in this, obviously. Of course, I think this episode's only about like 25 minutes or so. I can't remember the exact length. So you won't have to suffer with my specialness for long. Let's see. What else was I going to talk about? Oh yeah. So far, this game, it's just awesome. Like, I already had high expectations for this game, but surprisingly, it managed to exceed those expectations. Like, there have been some nights where I just stay up until 2 in the morning just playing this, even though I was thinking I was only staying up for about an hour or so. It really is addicting. And of course, got that checkpoint back there. Not like you need it for level 9 though. It's kind of weird that they put checkpoints in this early in the game. I've seen some other people play around at level 200 in this game and whatnot. As of this recording, I'm not necessarily at level 200 yet. I'm only on level 121 if I remember right. And I think once I start recording that one, I'm actually going to do live commentary, because that'll be rage-inducing. Super fluffy pancake mode for those of you that are familiar with my Super Meat Boy video. And if you're not, well, that's basically just when I was playing around with those kid levels in Super Meat Boy. It's only 3 levels, but they are the most difficult things out there. Like, just thinking about them gives me nightmares, because it took me 5 hours to beat all 3 of them. And you have to do it in one sitting, too. If you quit at any time, you have to restart. This game, you can basically quit at any level and get back to that same level whenever you want to. You just have to remember to hit continue. And yeah, so far, not really much to say, because all I've got is a wall level that I'm... Actually, I do remember that I failed at this one a lot. And I don't even know why. Oh yeah, it's because I kept missing the bug for whatever strange reason. I just was terrible at this. Maybe it's because I kept letting the wall get to me or something, and that's what just caused the bugs to not be as easily accessible to me, because I was just trying to rush past them. But yeah. I guess the first level wasn't my only specialness in this thing. Kind of figured it wasn't, but it's still surprising to me that I managed to actually see it afterwards this soon. Okay, now we're finally past that. It amazes me how much I sucked at this game back during Chapter 1. Now you watch me play it, and I actually look like I'm somewhat decent. Not the most decent person, but hey, it looks like I'm actually accomplishing something, I guess. So, yeah. I think what's going to be even funnier than my fails right now, though, is probably what happens when I get the jetpack. Let me just tell you right now, when you see that, you're going to laugh so hard at how long it takes me to figure out how to use that dang thing. And that's not because they made it so ridiculously hard to figure it out. It's just because I was being stupid, so it's totally my fault that I failed at that part. Just so y'all know. And just got more spiky thingies. There I go with the failing again. You know what else I noticed? Actually, a couple people have brought it up to me at the same time. I kind of laugh at everything in case you haven't noticed. Even if it's not very funny, I'll kind of laugh at it. I'll be one of those people that just laughs at pudding. But whatever. Kinda did run out of things to say there for a second, but actually wait, there is something else. Back to the Ultimate Yoshi, who I was talking about earlier. Pretty sure he'd rather I call him Troy right now, but I don't know if you guys are familiar with that name. That's basically an abbreviation of what one of his usernames was at one time, which was just the real Ultimate Yoshi, I believe. So it's spelled T-R-U-I. And I don't know why I'm going on a little rant about that, other than the fact that he's kind of a little gamer too, and actually he's probably a better gamer than me. Not just kind of a gamer. He's probably going to be insulted that I even try insinuating that. Yeah. Every time I fail at one of these games in one of the most simplest spots, he just kind of laughs at me because, well, I do all this difficult crap in some of these games, and all of a sudden I just start failing at some of the easiest things in some games. So that's kind of why I call myself special in a way, because you never know what the heck I'm gonna do. I could be awesome, or I could just insanely suck. Therefore, you get the in-between called special. Oh, this is what I was talking about with the jetpack. I keep watching this, and I'm thinking, moron, just hold down the A button. It's not that hard. Okay, now I do it. Except, actually, I think my failing extends far beyond just that little part right there. Because I actually have a little bit of OCD, if I remember right, in this part. and I try to go for those 3 coins off to the side. Obviously, I get a perfect that way, but yeah, I kind of kill myself in the process. Although, killing myself is actually fun when it comes to Minecraft. That's kind of an unrelated note, so I'm not going to talk about it, even though I've probably talked about a lot of unrelated crap right now. Because, you know, that's another way of the special. I give reasons for not talking about things, even though they make no sense whatsoever. Yeah, if you were to see me use this jetpack now, you'd be like, wow, he's a pro with that thing. And, Yep. If it were me playing this level now, I'd probably be through it in about like 5 seconds. I don't know why it was taking me so long to do it here. Because it really wasn't even that difficult. Although I guess it would be if you were trying to get all the coins and all that. But, yeah. Let's see, how long does it take me to get up to this point? According to this, that's about like 12 minutes or so. I can't believe it took me 12 minutes to get to level 23. I really should have just been done with this whole chapter by now, because it really isn't that hard. Which obviously it wouldn't be because it's the first chapter. But still. Here I was thinking I was going to go win the $1,000. I think someone else has already won that by now. I just don't know who, because I've seen a couple people in Miiverse talking about how they beat the game. And I'm pretty sure someone on PlayStation 3 might have already beaten it too, because it came out on there first. So I guess Pony Studios will have to come and clarify who won that, or if they're keeping that private or something. I don't know. That's just their whole deal. I don't know what the heck is going on there. And I don't know how I forgot to talk about the little rain effect that's going on here. I thought that was kind of nifty how it just gradually did that in this level as I got further and further on. I think it does that in a lot of the other chapters too. Like once you reach the halfway point or something, then you just start getting a lot more rain and a whole bunch of background stuff going on. Just to signify that, hey, you're awesome at this game. Now we're gonna make it a little bit more challenging. Even though, like I said, first chapter, it's kind of hard to make that challenging. Maybe I did improve with the jetpack a little bit in this. I mean, obviously I'm a lot better at using it now, but back here, it's actually almost as good as I use it now. Kind of surprised. I thought I was just crappy with it the whole entire time. Oh, good old bouncy bugs. I don't remember if I failed at this. Actually, yeah, that was like a death blow, basically. My OCD was getting in the way, And I decided I had to go get that last coin, but in the process, I just ended up killing myself. So, yeah. Oh boy, it's level 30. Before I forget to mention, there's 40 levels in every chapter, although that might increase in some of the later chapters, like chapter 7, The Masochist, because, I don't know, I thought I heard Pony Studios mention that there was more than 280 levels in this game or something. Well, actually, wait. 120. Yeah, actually, they did say that there's 320 levels in this game. I think that's what they said in the podcast, actually. So, Chapter 7 is the last set of 40 levels, if I remember right. Oh. I think what was going on here was I thought I still had the double jump or the jetpack or something, so I just kept jumping too early. And that's where you get that one sense of specialness. Once again. I don't know what's up with me and failing on that second bug, but whatever. Oh, before I forget, I just noticed the background, so I gotta bring up another joke. There's definitely some interesting clouds out today. Yeah, very interesting. A lot of you might not understand that joke entirely, but basically there's this video that a friend of mine and I were watching one day, and in it, this guy is basically vlogging. He has his camera pointed towards the sky, and all of a sudden he just says, "There's some interesting clouds out today." Yeah, very interesting. We were just laughing so hard because it was like, yeah, clouds. That's definitely something that is interesting and everyone wants to hear about, right? In fact, I think my friend actually did end up using it in a video, and for those of you wondering which friend, it's James Rath. He's a filmmaker on YouTube. You should go look up some of his videos. It's some good stuff. And anyway, now that I'm done with all the featuring of random people on this video, I think it's time to end this because that was the 40th level. So I guess I'll see you in the next episode.